Hey there, I am Dhara Patel. I have cleared my PCE written examination in Canada and I have learned very much things about being physical therapist in Canada. So basically, I am a physical therapist from India. I have done my graduations from India. And once I completed my educations, I got engaged. And then I came to the Canada on spousal PR. But I thought the journey won't be so long, but yeah, the documentation process was almost a 1 year for me, and it was a quite lengthy journey. But then after somehow the documentations were done, and then I booked my examination, and it was a completely different experience that I have experienced that I had it during this journey. And I came on a spousal visa, so I had a good support from my family members as well, including financial support, mental and physical as well. Uh, Starting with my husband, he was there always for me, holding my hand and telling me that you can clear this examination. And it was a good support, as in mentally also, because being in Canada and not earning is another struggle you face. So yeah, it was a best support I could have it from his hand. And the second support I got it from my parents. My parents were always there for me whenever I have asked them, whenever I called them, they were always there to guide me, to understand my situation, to understand my anxiety as well. And my brother were also in the same boat. They are also preparing for the same international examination. So we were on the same boat discussing same ethical scenarios and discussing same stuff together. So I enjoyed this journey. So as I said, my family support were always there. My family were always there to support me in every situations. But it was all about the financial, physical, and mental support. But I also needed academic help also, because as I came here in Canada in 2023, but I have done my graduation in 2021 June. So it was a quite big gap in between, as I was away from the book as well. So I was looking for help. I was looking for a help to how to start the journey, how to study again, and what are the different questions being asked. Because in PCE, it is all about the MCQs. And in India, what I have studied, it was all about a theoretical study. It was never about solving a case or something else. So the presentation was completely different. So for me, it was a kind of black hole journey where I'm walking and I don't know where the end is. But then I was looking for the academic help, and one of my friend told me that you can go and search on the particular page regarding the PCE StudyBuddy, and you will might find a help in that. So then I started looking on the internet. I did some Google research also. Then I also did some Instagram research, and that's where I see that how class being conducted. Then I also attended one free seminar. In that I see how they are talking with the students, and that's where I feel a little bit faith in the PCE StudyBuddy classes and everything. And then I paid for the StudyBuddy classes, and the journey was started. When I started the journey, it was about 5 days behind from the live classes, but somehow I picked up for that rest 5 classes, and I started working with the Ankit sir first, because there was the MSK classes being taken initially, and it was the first class which I attended. That was the wrist and hand, and trust me, it was completely a blind spot for me that I don't know about this situation. And then I went back to the books and I felt like, oh, this was the part I have missed in India for reading. Then I again started looking for the videos. I completely attended all the live lectures daily, which was about being 3 hour long classes. And I have never been a part of online classes. So for me, being in online class is never easy. But Ankit sir made it very easy. Then once we finished the MSK, the lectures was quite good, I would say. They have covered pretty much all the basics. being asked in the PCE examination, I would say. Then they were also discussing in the cardio lectures also. The following lectures were about the cardio. And when I started learning about the cardio, I felt like, oh, this is a completely new world because cardio is not my cup of tea. Still, I I was struggling with the cardio, but yeah, the basics were pretty good. He has covered everything in the basics, and then I realized that cardio is the most easiest chapter. I could have easily grabbed everything in 3 4 5 days of revisions, and at the end that strategy helped me out a lot because the basics were clearly discussed in the class. The mock examination after the classes also, there was a small mock examinations. I took that test also, and I was scoring good, also scoring good in that. And then the rationals which is given below, like, with every question is perfectly written with the book page and references, which helped me a lot to go back to the book and read that particular part only, not just the whole book. Because reading whole book is like you don't know what to read and what not to read, what to avoid and what not to mug up. But with the rationals given in the questions, it was really good. That helped me too much. Talking about the Mayank sir neuro classes, I would say there is no word that can explain the experience I have in the Mayank sir classes because he has covered everything from the syllabus. I never went back into the book and read anything from the syllabus regarding the neuro. Never. I just attended his class. I made a notes from his class. I solved the questions, and I'm pretty much ready for the examination because it was easy being with him. He is coming at our level, like at the level where we were struggling. Wherever we were struggling, he was always there. His notes are pretty good. His explanation is really good. And I find neuro is my friend. Like whenever I tired, whenever I thought like, no, I don't want to read it, I'll open the answer notes and I'll start reading, and then again I have the confidence that I can clear the PC examinations. So neuro was a booster for me whenever I was thinking in depression or some anxiety, frustration. That's where the neuro was always there to hold me. I can do that. And then the other system was also being good in the classes. So the all the strategy which I used during the examination was to read daily, just not one chapter or one subject daily, but read every subject and portion of the subject. Like if I'm doing shoulder, then I'll do shoulder. It's not like that I'll keep doing shoulder and shoulder for 3 days. No, I'll do the portion of the shoulder, then I'll do the portion of cardio. In cardio also I'll do the certain uh, basics which I don't know, like what I'm missing, what I'm not understanding, and I go back to the classes and understand that particular portion only, not just a whole lecture. What I'm missing, what I'm not understanding, I went back to for those lectures and those portion only which was being discussed in the class, which was being taught by the sir. So that strategy helped me out, and the ethics class was good. I would say yes, it was good because those 5 classes helped me to build my basics. And I also discussing my all the stuff with my friends also. So it was a long journey, but yes, with the help of sir, study buddy mock examinations, it was good for me to read, plan my day, and I just follow the strategy classes, whatever they were saying in the classes, that when we start taking mock examinations, how to solve the mock examination, what part we have to see in the examinations. And I also used to make a note about where I am going wrong. What is the thing which I'm not understanding? If the question is being missed by me, what are the reasons for those missing questions? Whether I don't know about the questions, or whether I don't know about the topics, or I'm not understanding the concept. So that's the thing helped me out to reduce my load and frustration. If I don't know the topic, then I'll go back and I'll read whole topic. But if I know the topic and then also I'm missing the question, then I go back, I understand the rationale, I understand the questions, and I used to see why rest of the three options are not the answers. I never looked for the right answer. I always looked for the wrong one, because that's how I used to cover most of the topic. It's not, if I look for the right answer, then I'm just covering a one particular topic. But if I'm looking for wrong one, then also I am looking for the all the available rationals. And then I used to compare my rationals with the given rational. So that helps me out to differentiate that what strategy I have to use for thinking, what strategy I have to be used during the examinations. And I would say in the last 10 days, just do revision. Don't do anything, because that will be completely different scenario if we start reading all this stuff again. But active revision helped me out a lot in my whole journey. So I also opted for the mentorship. So opting for a mentorship is like you are paying extra to someone. And when I am paying to somebody, I am looking for his availability. And that's where the Ankush Shekhri came in the picture. I heard a very lot about him, that he is being there always, he's always available to discuss and something. And his result were pretty good, as I have seen his past history as well. Because as I was paying to him, I do look for someone who is there to be with me in this journey. So he was always there. I would say that line should describe everything about him, that he was always there for discussing everything. Before the 1 month, he used to I had the examination on 14th of August 2024. So 14th of July, he was always there for me. Like after that also he was there, but till 14th of July, he used to come to the level where I was. I would say if I'm struggling with supination and pronation, he used to tell me and discuss those stuff with me. So I would say he has discussed the stupidest questions with me. My uh, queries were being discussed with him, and he was always there for how to plan a day, how to plan a schedule. And I was looking for someone who can work on my rough edges. As I am a student, I really don't know where I am lacking. Or might be I don't, if even if I know, I would avoid it because that is my weak part and I don't want to focus on it, as that is the nature of being human. So I wanted somebody to force me to look onto that rough edges and work onto that rough edges. And he also worked on my weak pointers. He he in every class he always picked those topics only which I am lacking. And I am like, please don't ask these questions because I know those were my weak pointers. But he was always pushed me to read those stuff. He has concised all the lectures in the book. Like I would say he has concised all the book in one lectures, and he has differentiated the whole Kishner in a portion of the Kishner, so that I just have to read certain part of the Kishner, not the whole Kishner, to understand the questions, to understand the rationals. And even he was always open up to discuss the rationals also. He has discussed why this question is wrong, why I get that question wrong. That was more important than saying that this question is just wrong because you don't understand or you miss the topic. But he always used to tell me that why I get this wrong, because of my thinking, because I was doing overthinking or something else. So he taught me how to look into the questions, what not to think in the questions. That is the most important thing he taught us in the class, that the question which is being asked, that is the only questions you have to answer. Because I used to do the overthinking, and that was the scenario that uh, taken me to the failure on my first attempt. But in the second attempt, he literally worked on my overthinking process. He always stopped me for being overthinker in every question. So he uh, take me to the center of circle rather than working on whole the part of the center. And then I would say his punctuality. He was always punctual about taking lectures on time, on decided day. He was never lacking in the time. Whenever, even after the lecture, also, even if it is at 12 a.m. or 12 p.m., he was always available. He has never missed my call. No, I would say. And what I love about him is his scolding nature. The way he scolds us, that feels us not insulted, but being responsible for reading those particular questions. So the way he is teaching us is more important rather than just saying go and read. The way he planned our mock examinations before, I think he has planned our examination before 2 months, I would say. And every Saturday we used to take the exams. And once we take the exam, we there was a compulsory rule that we have to solve the examination on that by the next day. So I'm taking exam on Saturday. I have to see all the rationals by Sunday. Then I have to make a notes why I'm getting wrong, why this questions is not being answered by me, and then I have to send my score to him on a daily notes. So that helped me out to read the question. That helps me out to be a punctual on time, to focus on my schedule. He also helped us in active revision rather than just reading the particular part. Like if I'm sitting, I will not go and read the knee again and again. Like I will not read whole knee again and again, but he helped me out to read a portion of the knee where I am getting wrong. He helped me out to revise those part only. So I think that was the best strategy done by him. The third thing I would like to mention is about the question being discussed in our exams, in our classes. I think before the 1 month, he started taking the classes regarding the questions, and the questions were on point. The questions which were being discussed in the class, it feels like he has covered all the shoulders material from the Kishner, from the Maggie, from the Dutta, even from the study buddy material. So that helped me out to understand where I am lacking in topics or where I'm not understanding the topic or for what I have to go back and read. So that helped me out during the questions. So initially it was all started with the 3 hours lectures, and it was minimum 5 days per week. He used to take the 5 days, and those last 1 month he showed us a right path how to work. And he also worked in our ethics. Ethics was completely different in the exam, what being discussed in the class and what being answered in the examinations. But he helped us how to think in ethics also. And he never answered anything without the book reference. He always answered everything with the book reference. And I would say that is the most important thing, because it's not like somebody is thinking something and answering you. But he's like, no, in this book, on this page number, you go and you read it and you understand this thing. And those parts were always given in that particular notes and something reference if he is giving us. The reference being given by the Ankush was on point. It was never like here and there. It is always on point. References being discussed in the class as well. And he always asks questions to us and ask rationals to us, which makes him to decide that should we go for the exam and should we delay our examination. So probably I was taking my second examination in July 2024, but he saw some rough edges, he saw some weak pointers, and he saw the room of improvement in my preparation and called me before the 20 days of examination and say that, hey Dhara, please delay your examination. We can still have room for your improvement and we can work on that and we will work on together. You just have to delay for 1 month, sit and read again. I followed his word and here I am. I have cleared my examination because he was always there for me. And I would say the if person is being punctual about the schedules, about the taking examinations, about discussing the rationals. And he also gave us a room for making mistakes, because his motto is like, make a mistakes with me so you don't make a mistakes in your examination. And I still remember when I was taking my examination, when I was like in my final exam, when I was sitting, he always there sitting behind me, telling me that I don't do this. You're going wrong in this. So that was the on pointer talk being discussed by him. I had a good journey with him. So I would definitely approach him for everything. So I would like to give three tips to my fellow friends is like, please stop working before 1.5 months. So that's how you indulge in reading 8 to 10 hours per day. Second, I would like to say is, please start your active revision before 25 days of your examination. So that's how you covered all the part of the uh, questions and rationals and everything. So I would say do the active revision. And third, I would like to say is, please don't think what is going to ask in the paper. Just work on your basics, focus on your where you are going wrong, and please control your anxiety, because anxiety will take you to the failure. But understand and be confident about the answers. And I would like to say all the best to my friends who are going to be up here in the PCE examinations, and let's see you on the other side.